I'm Kiara, and you're tuned in to Golden Radio.
Yes, sir.
I'm Chris, and you're tuned in to Golden Radio.
Ah, that's perfect right there.
Slay.
You are listening to Golden Radio.
Sorry, guys. What's up, guys? I'm your host, Supreme Mally, and you just turned into episode 8 of Golden Radio. Today, we're talking about a subject that, whether we like it or not, plays a huge role in our everyday lives: the internet. We previously talked about the internet and how it and the social media infrastructure change the way we treat and hold our opinions. This conversation is more about how the internet has changed the way we receive information. And to talk about this, we have accomplished journalist, communications writer, content creator, and empanologist and podcast producer, Kiara Thomas.
Why didn't I go
guys.
first?
And as well, we have the best rapper you haven't heard yet.
Oh my God.
A good friend of mine and a very handsome brother.
That's my selling point. Yo, tell him who I am, bro. I'm a member of the Hot Boys of QHST, bro.
Oh, you already know, bro. That was coming, bro.
Member,
You're not even honored anymore. We have the latest member of the Hot Boys of QHST.
I've been around for.
And I mean, we're not really adding any more members. Actually, I don't think we are. So
I was the last one.
we got Chris.
Hi, oh my God, with the swallow. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Sorry.
It's so good. I'm very excited to have you guys on. How are you guys doing? One at a time, of course.
Pretty good. Thanks for
Chris?
having us.
Oh, bro, I feel amazing. I'm mesmerizing.
I'm
losing my
amazing.
mind.
I'm mesmerized by your beard.
I love you, bro. It connects.
Love you. It connects. Connects. That's a real flex to always remind people.
Bro.
All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. The internet has made it so easy to get informed on just about anything you could possibly think of. It's hard to even imagine a world where it didn't exist, which literally that it was that for like 40, 50 years ago. My timing might be off, but I'm Gen Z, so it's one of the many great advancements that comes from the creation and evolution of one of, if not the greatest technological feat in our entire history. However, as much good as that comes with being able to have any information you want instantly whenever you want it, there's a growing sentiment about the overwhelming feeling of having all the information you want anytime you want at any moment. It leaves a lot of us, particularly in our generation and the generation before us, or whatever your generation. I know a lot of people argue about whether or not people born around our time is Gen Z or millennial. I think we're Gen Z, but
We are.
but
You're
it.
right.
I think we are. But I've gone to a lot of arguments about it, and I understand we don't want to be a part of the TikTok generation, but we kind of are that generation.
Nah, man.
Exactly. Everyone's like, not me though. I'm pure millennial. But it left a lot of us, and even for millennials, Gen Z, and definitely the generation that will come next, millennials saying this, people in Gen Z are saying this, that we feel overwhelmed and drained from the constant feed of an updating loop of information, news cycles, thoughts and trends, opinions. What do you guys think about this?
You can go ahead. I don't. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just trying to delegate.
That's nice of you.
Thank you, bro.
Production.
Producer.
I'm a producer now. Sorry.
So when I went to school, we were talking about information overload and how there is a lot of information on the internet. Even when you Google something, you'll have like thousands of pages on Google, and how that can really affect someone when they really want to find the answer to something. And if they feel like sometimes I'll Google something and I'll get one information somewhere else, and then I'll go to a different site and I'll be like, Dang, that's not what that other site told me. But of
Mhm.
course, about verifying your facts and who the source is and things like that. But it's a lot to kind of like think about when you Google something, whether it could be for a research paper or just like something that you're going through.
Mhm. Okay, I agree, Chris.
I mean, when you talk about like information overload, like I feel like my relationship with it, like my brain immediately goes to like the social aspect of it.
Mhm.
Like I haven't sat in and like I haven't sat in like a class setting in a minute, so it's like just sitting next to you hearing like what goes on in these classrooms. Like, bro, my only educator as of like these past 3 years is like trauma, bro. Like that shit sucks. So like from the information overload aspect of it, I feel like from like the social lens, like the information, like I feel like it uproots us from ourselves, and like given that, it's just I feel like if I would have, I'm not gonna say shit because my only experience is what I've been through with it, and like my
Mhm.
relationship with it. Sorry for not talking into the mic. I
Mhm.
apologize.
No, you're doing fine.
Sorry, I've never podcasted before. I'm so nervous, it's crazy. Sorry, let me stop. Okay,
Everyone give Splitty some grace.
thank you. Okay, I'm gonna.
Called you Splitty.
Yeah, I told you, bro. I told you. I
That's
just
his
think
that's his nickname, guys. Sorry,
with
sorry, I
the
had to say that.
information with the information overload, like it uproots you from yourself, and that I would hypothesize that like I feel like it's impossible to know yourself and like know who you are in that mix of like that, whether like information just like on Google trying to find answers, shit like that, or like just from that social lens where you're just the information you're receiving is like that
Mhm.
of just like the people you be seeing, that shit that forms in your mind. Like
Exactly.
I don't wanna go off on a tangent. I don't wanna go like,
No,
so
that's not
direct
even a
me, bro.
tangent because that is somewhere we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say I'm happy you brought that up, and that's exactly why I had you on because I knew you were gonna.
You
I
know
knew
my
you were gonna
fucking beef with
touch.
that shit, bro. You know I got
I know.
problems.
That's why I was so excited to have you on. We will get to that.
Alright, I got
We
you,
will
bro.
get to that. Trust me. That's why. Look, we got that covered, bro. But I was happy to hear you guys say that. You kind of answered this basically because you did say how on a personal level it affects you. So I'm gonna ask you, Kiara, how has this affected? Like, have you ever had this affected you on a personal level? It's okay if I haven't. You know, you just be like, yeah, information, cool.
Um, I'm on the spot right now. I'm thinking.
Golden Radio. It's for the thinkers.
I would say yes, there have been instances. I can't think of one specifically,
It's fine if you can't think of it right
but sometimes when you're hit with a lot of things, you just kind of like question a lot. Actually, ooh, I
now.
have.
Ooh,
I had a
flashback,
little
jump scare.
not a jump scare indeed. Um, yeah, I'm not getting into that, but not online. But I'll talk about it offline. But
Sheesh, guys.
it doesn't involve me. But there have been people where they start questioning like their own like philosophy.
Their own beliefs.
Exactly.
I think I know where the story is. That's where I laughed. But yeah.
And it kind of like when they read more information, they kind of what they once believed, they think it's all a lie. It's all a lie, and that kind of goes to show that even one story that you get, depending on who tells a story, you can have different thoughts, and depending on how maybe strong your beliefs are, we won't be phased by the other side in a way. But it can get kind of tricky with the way that facts are presented.
Yeah.
So it's very much like a.
I love this. But we are dead jumping ahead of the conversation. But you guys are you guys are both talking about the similar experience of how this kind of takes your sense of self away, which I 100% agree with. I would get into more detail, but like I said, we will get into that. So for right now, what we're going to talk about right now, we're going to talk about more on a journalistic standpoint. So I think, and this is where the start of this entire idea came from. So when I was a writer for, not naming the internship because I hate them, when I was a writer for them, and I wrote the news 3 times a week, 5 times a day at one point. And I hated that. And no, like 4 times a day. Sorry guys, that's besides the point. I would constantly have to research to, make sure I'm saying accurate news, but also, or just you're just searching for news to write about. What I realized was there's a lot of times where there's like, I think because we're online and it's not like print media anymore, where it's like there's a set time where news comes out. Now it's like midnight on Twitter, somebody in a theater that just got shot up can go, a theater just got shot up, this is insane. You constantly have to be on the ball. And so what I noticed with a lot of outlets, maybe not the bigger ones that already are credible, so they don't have to keep up with making sure they're the first, but even like places like AP News has to make sure they're the first. That's part of the reason why they're so reliable. They're pretty much always the first, and they're pretty accurate. But even on AP News, I noticed headline says this thing, then the very next thing you see is this has been updated, and then it was updated again, and it was updated, and it like sometimes it's because it's a changing situation. Sometimes I've noticed, and like on other sites, it was, we talked about this, now we have to update it because now we really got the information. And I'm just like, why did y'all do this? And I realized it's because you have to keep up with places like Twitter or even just other websites. Like, since the internet is now, and these websites work on you work from 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever, or they don't have writers working at 3 a.m. hopefully. So it's like they constantly have to try to keep up, and that's something I've noticed. Like, they're fighting with the idea of making sure they're accurate or making sure they're on time. And I want to ask you about that, Kiara, since you are a journalist and you went to school for that. I want to hear your opinion first. I mean, I will still bring it to you, Chris, of course.
Yeah, so we talked about that in class. It's speed versus accuracy, and it's about if you want to be fast with the story, reporting on the story, or if you want to be accurate. And so, of course, in the ideal situation, you want to be fast and accurate, but there are times where there are inaccuracies when you are trying to report something as soon as possible. And I think nowadays the news cycle is on a 24-hour news cycle, so there's really no room to wait on something. Really, people want their information fast, and even consumers, we want things fast now. We have Amazon, it'll come overnight. We have a lot of instant services, and news being one of them. And so that's kind of where there's this dilemma, being fast or accurate. And of course, being accurate is more important than being fast, because you don't want to lose that credibility with your readers. And sometimes, maybe like most of the time, when you are wrong, some of these inaccuracies can be a bigger problem when you're dealing with people's and their lives. So something to think about.
Some food for thought. Chris?
Nothing I say makes sense because it only makes sense to me. But I think just to take it a step further, I just think I think it's part of the system setup. Like, everyone's competing for our attention. Because as long as we are just into something else, we're not. Bro, I'm just gonna keep going
happy. No. I'm so happy you said that, because that ties into our next question. But we're gonna go on a break.
Sorry for everything,
bro. You did fantastic.
This is Golden Radio.
What's up, guys? We're back.
Yo.
And we were just talking about Chris was just talking about how the system that a lot of these news cycles, consumers, whatever it is aiming to get our attention at all times.
They're trying to keep us locked in, bro.
Locked in, for
They
real.
don't want us looking within, bro. I'm
They
telling
don't-
you, it's the most dangerous thing.
Exactly, bro. Third eye, bro.
They don't got your attention. They don't got your money. They don't got your power.
He's in,
Done.
guys. He's in a Capital
You
Steve
already know
shirt.
what
I
the
want
fu-
you to
Oh
know.
my
So he's
God,
very
bro.
enlightened right now.
Oh
yo.
my God, you should have seen what I saw walking in here, but that's a story for another time. The
Okay.
disciple.
Okay.
My
Okay.
fault.
No, it's perfectly fine. I like that you mentioned that because it kind of goes naturally into what my next question was going to be. I say, in a way, I think that this also the mass over information and how easy it is to spread, it's led to the rise of misinformation being spread by blog sites whose intention were never really to actually inform people, but to accumulate clicks. So you want some examples? I'm going to go with Twitter because that's where I see it the most. And that's where click and clout and attention is kind of where like Instagram is different than Twitter. Daily Loud, Say Cheese, Shade Room, places like that where it's like, and some of them
What were they
disguise
thinking?
themselves with the like Shade Room disguise itself like we're trying to inform you, when really it's just
Okay.
we're trying to get the most attention we can with every post. A good example for the Daily Loud is during the whole Meg Thee Stallion Tory Lanez case. They just randomly in the middle of the day when like before, like if this isn't a clear way of how much it's about making sure you get to it before anyone else can, they falsely just said, oh yeah, Tory Lanez was found guilty. The jury was still figuring, like the jury was still deciding. No decision was made. And I'm saying that the way how the internet works now with how fast everything goes and how much we want that instant information, there's places now that are using the fact that we want that and know that we will click for it because we're like, ooh, headline, and we might not really go like, wait, what's the source? Like, and the source is just trust me, bro. So what I'm asking is, do you think there is that connection there between the whole speed of how fast information is and how much information we can get with how I can see it in your face you want to say something, so you're gonna go first, with how much places there are that put out false information, misinformation, and are going just for clicks?
I don't know shit about the Shade Room or anybody like that.
Hey man, you don't got to preface it like by saying you don't know shit, bro. You know shit. That's the reason why you're on here.
No,
like I said,
mean, like,
Golden Radio is for the thinkers.
I mean, no disrespect to the Shade Room. I don't think they're...
Oh, fuck the Shade Room. They're fucking terrible. I mean, all disrespect to the Shade Room. I hate that site.
This is the fuck Shade Room episode. I don't even know y'all though. Anyways, bro, I don't think they're a problem, yes, but they're not they contribute to the problem. They're like they're just here to get paid.
They're
like,
taking advantage.
They're
of
not
the,
here
of
to
the
ruin
system.
your life. They're just a piece of it, bro. Like, oh, we could do and say whatever we want. Like, cool. But it's like the deeper shit, like the actual news, like the shit that's like that like they want to throw violence in your face and shit to like mute your senses and just desensitize the shit out of you. Like that's because they want to keep you down, bro.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Fuck Shade Room, bro. They're just
fuck Shade Room, Daily Loud, Say Cheese, whatever it is.
Bro,
all these places these places primarily like to talk about black culture. That's a whole other conversation right there. I don't need to open that can of worms.
They just want to prompt us.
Well, to be fair, me pointing out that all those places talk about black culture, that just could be because my feed is pertaining to black culture since I'm black. So that might be why I only see those ones. Because there's other places like fucking like Buttcrack Sports and shit like that. They're like,
keep that. That's my feed.
But hey, no, that'd be on my feed. But like they're more parody.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit is satire, bro. That's the funniest shit because they're doing it like.
They're satire. They're satire. When I purposely spread misinformation.
That's my favorite one, bro.
They're satire, but then that speaks to what we were talking about before about the whole speed versus accuracy. Because there's multiple times where ESPN has literally used Buttcrack Sports information because they want to be first. For everyone who doesn't know, Buttcrack Sports is a parody account on Twitter that acts like they're an official news source for sports related news, but the whole joke is that they just say very insane points that might sound believable if you're not paying attention. And I mean, it's tricked Stephen A, and he's literally one of the biggest voices in sports in sports commentary. So that's the whole thing. I'm sorry, because you haven't spoken yet, Kiara.
Now I was gonna say it's like the Onion.
Yes, it's like Buttcrack Sports is like the new Onion. It's literally like meant to be a whole joke, but sometimes people really do take it seriously. I love the Onion, by the way.
Yeah, hilarious.
The Onion, it's so crazy now that the Onion just sometimes just posts real shit, like, and that's the joke now. It's like, oh no, this is actually what's really happening, guys.
I have a question actually. So, were you talking about like outlets? Maybe not. Should I say outlets? Like, are you talking about people who purposely put misinformation out, or it's just kind of a side effect to them trying to be fast?
No, this I'm talking about to me, they are purposely putting out misinformation. Like,
Buttcrack is joking about it.
Yeah, but Buttcrack is joking about it. We said Buttcrack too many times now, but they're joking. But these places like the Daily Loud is like they do sell themselves as like, oh, this is your first stop, the number one place to get news for rap or whatever, or rap TV or rap.
I just shut off rap news, period, bro. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty on Twitter about rap news and stuff like that. It's nasty all over the place the way they talk about our culture.
It's not even fun, bro. Like they just be it's just like sports news, bro. That's all my feed is, because that's my personality. At least they're just like, hey, this running back is good. Bro, like they like literally spread hate for clicks and shit. Like,
yeah.
Sip.
I do want to make the point that, like what Chris said earlier, everyone wants our attention.
Yeah.
And because it's funny because I went to a dinner and we were talking about sensationalism and how that makes people click and getting more viewers and things like that. And how even sometimes there are sometimes there are stories that are sensational stories, and even though they are also important to report on. And so it's like kind of like that balance, trying to getting your attention, but people also pointing out, hey, you just want to report this because of views or this and that.
You want the clicks.
And it's like, yeah, it's true, but sometimes we do need to report on certain stories.
That was good. Way to just bring it all together. The two of you guys are killing it right now.
Just
like tandem. I'm so serious right now.
Wow, cool.
I'm so for real. I couldn't be more real right now.
Wow. Different.
Different, bro.
Sorry for that.
So, this is where you're gonna have fun.
Me?
Yeah.
Let's go. I love fun.
So while we're on the topic of Twitter accounts aiming for interaction, I'd like for you, Chris.
Sorry to Mike.
To talk about, it's all good, to talk about an observation you said once in our group chat about how many posts you'll come on a typical day when you go on your Twitter feed. How many posts are not really talking about anything, but are just prompts?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my, bro. Bro, everything I see, bro, like, they don't even, the entertainment structure has become, like, if it's not recycled, it's the interactions we have like with these big accounts and shit. It hasn't even become about news. We make the content for them now.
Exactly.
They come with the fucking, what's your favorite rap album? You tell me.
Yeah, what's your favorite rap album?
I thought you were the blog, bro. What the fuck I gotta tell you about me for? Give me a blog then. The fuck? What the fuck?
Exactly. Like they're not doing anything.
I'm not
just aiming for interaction.
Do not ask me to contribute to your fucking numbers it's like the same shit. You know what those posts are? You ever go to like Petco and they're like, donate to save a pet's lives, and it's just their tax write-offs? Like, what's the difference between me being a tax write-off and me making your content for you? It's like the same shit. That made sense to me.
No, I felt that.
Can I jump in?
Oh yeah,
please.
Go ahead.
Just from like a content creator perspective.
So let's know. Hit us with this.
Because I thought that was an interesting take, though. I haven't really, I have thought about it in that way, but as a consumer, Chris, this makes a lot of sense, like, hearing your side and what you're thinking when you see these posts. So, in content creation, we kind of like a variety of posts, like one to inform, one to persuade, and one for entertainment. So, that might be entertainment content. But the way you're explaining is that you feel like they're relying on consumers to create their own content.
Yep, that is how I feel.
And do you see it as just as a post, like one post, or have you seen like explain to me like other like instances? Because I'm really
I can help. I can help.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
when Splitty said this, I was like, really? But then go on Twitter, and everyone listening or watching, next time you go on Twitter, just notice how many posts are just like, what's that one song from that one white boy? What's your favorite this?
Yo.
What's your favorite album?
Everything
What's your
is just
favorite
a
movie
icebreaker.
about this? What is this? Like a good everything is an icebreaker.
Stop asking me
a good-
questions, bro. Do
a
not
good
question
thing
me.
is and this is funny because now it's wrapping back into the Daily Loud. So there's a whole controversy. It's the dumbest fucking controversy. But there's this girl who posted that she works at Home Depot. Like, she's really pretty, and she's like, yeah, I'm at Home Depot. I'm at Home Depot, and I'm just being reminded I'm too pretty to work at Home Depot. And so a bunch of guys are like, oh, you guys should be trying to blah, 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 whatever. But then the Daily Loud takes that post, and I shit you not, they go, do you guys think she should start an OnlyFans or keep working at Home Depot? And now it starts a whole controversy for her because she obviously probably was like, no, I would just have my job. But now it started a whole flame war in the replies about the disrespect that women with OnlyFans have, and men in there going, but she's being a respectable woman and all this bullshit. And the Daily Loud only did this whole shit to this woman who did not ask for all this interaction because they wanted interaction.
I see.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's always like that. Like, just this last week, it was like I said earlier. What's that one song by that one white boy? Or they go, one that was going crazy all week was someone just tweeted the NBA season was really funny. I'm sorry, and we've been seeing retweet all the time. It happens every time. I'm telling you. The next time you go on Twitter, you'll find within 2 minutes, maybe 5 posts, and I'm being very generous to Twitter. By saying only 5, you'll find 5 posts that are just sneakily, because some of them are a little sneaky. They make it sound like the one where the guy was like, the NBA season was really funny. Sorry guys, sounds like he's just tweeting that, but like, trust me, like nothing that happens on these apps happens by mistake. Like sometimes, yeah, but like when a tweet blows up that big and it gets so much interactions, that was by design.
It's only one thing. It's all about the numbers.
Numbers.
That's it. And like I was explaining before, like when it comes to different types of content, like sometimes an informative post won't perform as well as something that's more entertaining or trending, and it's all about the numbers. They want to get more eyes on it, and so it works with the algorithm, and then they're more out there, and then they have more consumers, and they make more money. It's all a cycle.
Masters. Feel me?
Bro,
she knows this shit.
I can only come from the lens of sports Twitter because the algorithm keeps me muted.
Yeah, the algorithm only shows what it knows you like.
Yeah, bro, and I keep they know to keep me muted, bro. They don't want to show me anything other than sports, bro. Because don't let me get my hands on some real content.
Okay.
Like.
On some real
stuff.
content,
Some
on serious stuff.
So like my lens I approach everything through like and like when I brought it to like when we were talking about it in the chat, and you were like, I'm like I start every conversation with like, yo, I might be wrong because like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think XYZ. And then when people like you start validating it, I'm like, oh, like
so it's not just you.
Pattern,
it's happening,
bro. Yeah.
like, you know.
So like it's like I'm on sports Twitter, and it's just like bench one, start one, cut one. Like,
yeah.
Do not fucking
every
prompt
day
me, bro.
you see that.
Do not
bench card.
Me.
For people who don't be on sports Twitter, that bench cut start is the equivalent of Marry Fuck Kill.
Oh yeah,
it's literally just that. It's literally just that. It's literally just that with athletes. And sometimes they just straight up just be like Marry Fuck Kill, and there's 3 athletes. So like, but we're gonna go on break again, but we're gonna bring this all back together because we're gonna talk. Because I like your point about how it's just on a content creation level without any of like the extraness. It's just the whole is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's getting the numbers.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
My last thing is that everyone likes to talk about, not everyone, but actually people like to talk about themselves.
Very true.
They think their opinions are
Look
important.
at what we're doing.
And
can't relate. My opinions suck.
Hey man, we're on a podcast.
But that's the thing. Everyone, they like to talk about themselves. What they think is, what they think is the coolest thing, the best thing, everything like that. And so once you take that, knowing people like to talk about themselves and their likes and dislikes, and you put it onto a post, you'll see people be fighting with strangers.
Oh
my God!
They want you to do
every fucking day, and that's what they want.
God,
exactly.
That's what,
and that's what they want.
Thinking, and all of this,
and for the numbers, because it works.
They works us because we're gonna come with the shit that we like. So we're gonna come with the shit that we like, and now here we are fighting for hours.
Exactly, because what clicks off more than hate, or not even hate, but dang, I'm trying to remember the word. Essentially, butting heads. Nothing gets more interaction. Nothing causes more comments than something that is purposely divisive. That's meant to be like, we know obviously some people will disagree and some people will agree.
You will not.
They just want to instigate. It is mass instigation.
I love just being a satire to the algorithm, bro. I'm so above it.
Okay, badass. No, badass. I respect it. But we're gonna go to break and we're gonna bring it all together. We're gonna talk about this. This is a great episode, guys.
I fucking hate the algorithm.
Fuck the algorithm.
My niggas alright with me, you don't need no I got killers with me right now, you don't need no
Thank you, bro.
Such a sick you don't need no I don't know what I got. About to get me, I can't even know. You know what? You got your quarter, bro? Yeah. I count, I ain't even know it. The whole game bit my shit, you ain't even know it. ASAP on a remix, you ain't even know it. I said these niggas need love. At a crib king.
You just got that golden sound, man. It's Golden Radio.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're having a great episode today. The vibes are immaculate with Chris and Kiara.
Doing my best.
You're having fun?
I'm trying my absolute best.
Here, are you having fun?
Oh yeah.
That's all that really matters. Because like I said, Golden Radio is for the thinkers, but it's also for the vibers.
I'm definitely a viber, bro.
Exactly.
No thoughts.
That's why you were on. That's why you're on here, bro.
God, bro. No
that's
thoughts.
Why you're on. But see, we combine the thoughts and the vibes.
I think so much.
My God.
That is gonna be in a promo video.
Oh,
that's
I've been
so
saying
good.
No thoughts, just vibes. Like I feel like that's really been.
But we've been having hella thoughts in here.
Oh no, I think.
No
thoughts.
But I vibe. Word though. I think. But I vibe.
No thoughts, bro.
All right, guys. Let's home stretch. Let's bring it all together.
Yeah.
So, Kiara, you talked about how just on a content creator level and just the intention behind it, it's literally just as simple as it's for the numbers, which I'm not trying to say is like a bad thing. But I want to bring this now back to what the major point is about how this affects us, right? So the generations that are growing up with all this information at our fingertips, we often do say, oh, that's great. And we love to say Twitter is, not Twitter, Google is right there, like as a, whenever someone says something very misinformed, then you're like, you could have looked that up in a matter of seconds. But besides the point, could all this information be too much?
Yes.
I mean, okay, elaborate.
Yeah or nay? Me or you?
No, you go. I want to hear your thoughts.
Cut
first.
me off if I start talking too long. But you put the battery in my back, bro.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
You already know how I feel.
I wanted the battery in your back.
I don't want to be hyperbolic, but
hyperbolic.
I think social media and all of that shit
is the end of us.
We could talk about that.
No, I'm fucking.
Does this count? Nah. I was gonna
say no. Go.
Bro, so, because you want to do information, right? Can I come from this angle?
Go ahead, whatever angle you want to.
Okay, because I think, back up, because now, all right. Not to be hyperbolic, but I think like social media and all this connectivity, all of this information shit, is just ruining everyone's life, and they don't realize it. Because I said, I only speak from my experience because it was ruining my life. And like, bro, I wasn't even aware of it. Like I was aware of how miserable I was feeling, like being in this mix of such information. And when I say that, it's like the information that we're consuming is that of other people. Like when you're scrolling on Instagram and shit, like that was something important that I wanted to bring up, like, for us to talk about it, because I want to hear you guys' thoughts.
See, I was ready on it, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, like,
go in.
Bro, just the fucking, every time you scroll past somebody, you see that shit, you internalize it. That's it.
And you have a new idea of it, yeah.
Subconscious now, right? But you don't fucking know them, bro. You don't. But seeing them,
and you don't even know if that person is dead ass. Like they could be bullshitting,
bro. What
they are,
and
they are,
more than not, they are. That's the thing.
This is what I'm saying with don't prompt me. Let me bring this shit full circle.
Don't
prompt me. Don't make me make your content for you. But all social media is, bro, is we are giving the light. We are giving our life to that. The shit that we see, the shit that we internalize. We don't know them. They don't know us. Like, we don't even know if they're dead ass. We don't know. But it doesn't matter whether they're dead ass or not, because we form a persona of them in our heads, and you see them every day.
We don't know this person.
You think you know them. You think you know these people that you see every fucking day that you scroll. And so, like, and I'll try to wrap this up quick. I want everybody to get a turn. I just want to, like, throw this out there. Like, I heard some shit randomly in, like, a YouTube ad, and it was like, it wasn't a YouTube ad. I clicked on a video. It was basically like, we have never evolved as humans, our brains, from that, like, villager shit. Like, we're only meant to know our clan, like, the 150 people that we gotta go hunt and gather with and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
Keep going.
And here, we will get to you. But it's like as if we're just on the same, all three of us, like, on the same wavelength right now. Because you're basically finishing the question. I stopped when you said yes, because I was like, I just want to hear your take. But the very next thing I was going to say was, were we ever supposed to, like, were we ever made to have this much different opinions, different facts, so much information? Also, like, I think it's leading to us also forgetting things as well.
Yes.
Because I'm like, is the human brain made to know everything?
Nope. It's made to know yourself, bro. But that's what they don't want us to know.
And that's where we bring back what we were talking about. And I want to bring this to you, Kiara, because my next part of that question was, I think particularly in terms of how we form our sense of selves, how is it all right? Are we supposed to know this much? Are we should we be able to have this much different ideas, opinions, facts, trends, all these belief systems, all these different ideals about who you are, who you should be, who you want to be, who you should not be, and how that affects us in our development of ourselves? Because you also touched on that earlier.
I feel like there's a lot of noise out there.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah, because they're screaming at you, essentially. Seriously.
You don't fucking split the bill. That's what they're screaming at us right now.
But they are screaming at you. And even some opinions are just... I feel like sometimes we say, all things are valid. But, like, certain things aren't valid. Especially look at the facts, and even the facts sometimes aren't even facts. So there's just a lot of noise. But
master's degree. So listen when she says that. Sometimes the facts are wrong, dummies.
Well, I feel it's a better way for me to say that. But Chris kind of triggered me when he's talking about, like, you're seeing someone all the time. You're trying to see, who are they really? I've realized that the happier someone looks, the more miserable they are. This from things I've realized.
I had a bomb sound effect right now. We were like a flex bomb. Like, oh my gosh, I would have went crazy just now.
Seriously, like I'll hear
that's real motherfucking bars.
I'll be talking to someone, and so their lives look perfect, whatever, and I'm talking to them, and like the same things I'm seeing online are the same things they're complaining about, and I'm like, so it's like interesting. That's just it. I'm like, oh, interesting, because their persona just seems like everything's perfect, this and that.
Yeah, we got the tea. Your life is falling apart.
Dumb bitch.
sorry. Go back to your saying. Here.
No, but it does. I think that kind of affects you and your sense of self. And I remember there have been different times in my life where I've got offline. Like, I haven't been on Instagram, things like that. And I realized I've been a lot happier.
You're happiest, right? Oh,
I swear. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I feel, and back to the noise. I'm seeing this online. I'm thinking to myself, this is what I should aspire to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and when I step back and I really think about what I really want, I'm like, I don't want that.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, and I swear, guys, I swear I did not create this show to just be the guys you need to get offline show, because it's really silly because we're a primarily only online show. But it would do a lot of people some good. Just do 1 week, no Twitter. Like, just I'll let you even keep. I'll let you no because like that's a little hard. I'll let you even keep Instagram, but like get off Twitter. Whichever is the one you use the most, get off that for a week. Realize how much your internal thoughts don't even align with the stuff that you think you should align with, and don't feel bad about it. Understand that that's uniquely you, and unless it's some really crazy shit, bro, it's all right. And I think I want to bring this to Chris because you talked about this a lot. We've talked about this a lot.
Put me on.
The idea
I got so much shit in my brain right now.
Present.
Yeah. Different. My favorite. My God is presence, bro. Different.
Deep. Oh, bro. Flex Bomb would have went so hard right there,
bro.
Too. That's a line. That's a line in the tape.
What you're saying, it's not.
Damn,
it's not.
That's such a good line.
What you're saying, like about this interconnectivity shit, like get offline. I might like do 1 week, and like to connect back to what you said before you asked the question. You were like, "Oh, is the like what'd you say?" It was like, "Are we actually supposed to know this much?"
Is it should we actually know?
Bro, the experiment has been tried. It exists already. I did that shit. I feel like the experiment of it, like, because I had to, because, like, I was driving myself crazy on this shit. I haven't touched that shit. Bro, I talk about it like it's a drug. Like, I haven't touched Instagram in 3 years.
Oh, that's good.
And, like, bro, and when I said what you said about, are we supposed to know this much? I know we're not, because, bro, it's people that you would see on there every day, that you would form like these personalities. You don't even realize it. You think
parasocial relationships.
You think that's their real person until you dissociate from like that realm. You realize like, oh, that's just that's the energy. That's what I projected onto it, bro. I know like within the experiment, this is what I'm trying to say. We're not supposed to know that much because when it comes down to it, bro, I'll talk to Jasir, I'll talk to anybody. Like they could say a name of somebody that like, bro, could have been like such a massive part of my life 3-4 years ago. Not massive, but like just it could be anybody. Anybody from the mix that like took up your brain space. I hear the name, the sensation I feel of when I like the way when I say I forgot everyone existed, bro. And it's like bro, that's when I'm addicted. That's the fucking drug I'm addicted to now. Is the sensation I feel when I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that person even existed. So now I'm in this space where I'm like nobody's real, bro. Everybody is just like, bro, it's your own reality and you're just moving through it. And if these people that you forget they exist, if they're not in your face every day as reminders of their existence, like, oh my God, I had something to say. I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, I'll jump in and maybe you'll remember how to say this because you mentioned how if they're not constantly in your face, that's the other part.
Yeah.
In order to play this game, and get the clout and get the clicks, you have to be in their face. Like on TikTok, you have to post some like multiple times a day. On Instagram, you have to post multiple times. On Twitter, you have to go on tirades all the time. You have to put out the prompt tweets. You have to tweet about some movie you saw. Tweet about that you took a shit or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to constantly share.
I got you.
And that's also how the parasocial relationship forms because you're constantly sharing, and so these people who start connecting to it start being like, oh, I know you, I know you, I know you, and I could share so much online and no one will know me because
Sorry, bro.
A TikTok video, a Twitter post, an Instagram post will never get me in essence. And I mean, and I find sometimes we kind of look down on like people who post only their highlights, and I'm like, duh, that's the point. Why would you post your down? Like, why would you show to the entire world you at your worst? Like, I think it's brave, sure, but why? I think it's brave when you do that, but I also don't think it's cowardice to not. Everyone is entitled to their own sense of privacy, and that's why I think these parasocial relationships are getting in the way because people start going, wait, why are you being private with me? But it's like, I don't know you. We're not friends.
And the fact
like, you just follow me.
To bring
I'm not saying I can speak from I can't speak from experience. Even though I got the show and stuff, No one knows who I am. But yes,
sorry.
please get what you're saying, and we'll get to here.
No, it's my bad, bro. I don't know how to have conversations or be a podcaster, bro. I'm
You're doing a
inherently
great
like I
job.
just fucking speak out loud.
You're
I'm
doing a
so
wonderful
sorry.
job, Chris.
So I'm gonna not interrupt anymore. I apologize. I'm gonna speak so fast I get this out. The fact that we forget all of these people exist, these things, like, bro, like, not. It's like situations that you forgot happen too, because it's like you don't have that attachment to the person. Like, the memory's gone. Like, bro, the fact that you don't remember they exist tells me we were never supposed to know all of this information, all of this shit, but it contributes to the meaninglessness of it, and that's what I've been trying to say. Like, when we talk about it, and I'm like, oh, bro, nothing matters. It's not negative. It's like the most beautiful thing, bro. Nothing fucking matters, bro. It's so meaningless. Because, bro, if you don't exist to me, like, how could it affect me, bro? Nobody is a real person. These people in these reply threads, you don't register in my brain, bro. Like, that's how I feel, and it's just like, and I know I'm not strong enough to even be able to filter all of that information. That's why I don't go back to it. But if I love to fucking gamble, bro, and I'm a betting man, and you were talking about content creation, when you stop going and when you stop focusing on, like, and it's like, bro, this is like in plain sight, when you stop going for the clout and the shit, like all of the cliche, oh, you gotta do it out of love, bro, that's real. That's when it's a different level of like creation and art. Like when it's from that space, like
not out of a sense of obligation.
Absolutely, bro.
Of, like, your own artistic,
like, that you need to be valid, like you're doing it for that shit. Like, bro, look at me just regurgitating everything. It's just the forbidden knowledge of the universe, bro. Like, I'm just saying it again.
This guy's third eye is fucking open. Under that Dodgers hat, there is an eye right now that needs the eye drops because it's been open for the last fucking 30 fucking minutes.
I try my best.
Kiara, please, hard act to follow, but please give your thoughts on this.
It's so funny because
We went on a lot. I'm sorry.
I know it's a lot to really, like, you know, to really sit and like really take things in, and everything. So it's funny because, like, you know, I'm content creation, journalism, things like that, and even myself, I'm not much of a social media person. I don't really like going online.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not. If you look, I don't really post, and, you know, I've had people make fun of me for not posting. I'm like, why? Like, you know, I don't have
Essentially,
a need
she
to.
knew this. She knew she needed to be present. That's how she got her master's. Exactly.
I just don't.
You gotta be present to get.
You gotta
a
be present
master's,
to do
bro.
that shit.
I just don't feel a need to, and you know, and I will be honest, I haven't made fun of by people who are like, you know, you don't have followers, you don't post this, you don't post that, and it's like,
Such loser energy. I'm sorry. To be at our big ass age and still be like, well, you have this many followers?
Nobody even knows I exist. I love it.
Yeah, and that's
the
fine.
best.
exactly. And back to what Chris is saying, I've actually said it to myself, like, none of it really matters, like, none of it.
I love this episode because the greatest thing in everyone's life is when they come to the realization nothing really matters.
No, yeah.
But then they come to the next realization that that's a good thing.
Perfect.
Because there's two parts to it. Is you go, nothing matters, and you're like, fuck, shit, nothing matters. Then what the fuck am I doing? And then you realize, wait, nothing fucking matters. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
How often, bro,
That shit
do I
is so
just
good.
send parlays in the group chat and then just fucking scream about this into the void? Just
Into the
rambling.
void, yeah.
I'm like, yo, Keto, do that shit you love because none of this shit fucking matters,
It
bro.
doesn't.
Sorry.
But yeah, like, there will be times where I'm like nervous to do something. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I do it, if I don't do it, it doesn't matter. Like, in a few years, I'll be dust.
Yeah.
Everyone I know will know me.
This world will fucking burn.
Basically.
We have like 8 more years until it's
Typhoon.
unsalvageable. And then we gotta finish up, guys.
Nothing matters. Stay off social media for a little bit. You'll feel good.
Be
Stay
present.
open forever, bro.
Forever, please.
Be
I advise
present.
that.
And also just know all this information and shit, it doesn't fucking matter. All these ideas and shit. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I think the last time we talked to the internet, that's what we ended on. So yeah, Golden Radio is a show for the thinkers, a show for the vibers, and our main message is get offline. Go touch some fucking grass.
Ground yourself.
Ground yourself.
Different.
Chris,
What's up?
Kiara, this was a fantastic, enlightening, fun, hilarious conversation. I love you guys. I love that you guys came on. Thank you so much for joining the Golden Radio family. You guys are the best, and I'm just grateful that you guys came on and just shared so much like you guys did. This was really
so
amazing.
happy you feel this way.
I do, bro.
This is
I
great.
feel this way.
Thank you.
I
We're
love
all having great vibes right now. This is, Every episode I think is my new favorite episode. So I can't even, I should stop saying it because every time it's just we're better. We get better every time, guys. 2 cameras set up. Stop fucking with me.
Different.
And we're out, guys. You guys stay safe and fucking go fucking read a book or some shit.